This podcast absolutely, unequivocally, positively, 100% contains adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm your host, Me.
And I'm Mrs. Always Right.
And we are the ADHD of podcasting. We're also the #1 rated podcast by Padden McGroin.
Padden or Patton?
Padden McGroin.
I mean, it could be Patton.
Patton,
Because
yeah.
you'll be patting your
Patton.
groin too.
But
so
yeah, got you down. And we're coming to you from that little trailer park in Bowie, Texas. Babe, please tell us about Bowie.
Okay, Bowie is in Montague County. Population as of the 2020 census was 5,448. I did want to mention that Bowie actually has the biggest Bowie knife.
What?
Yes, the steel blade alone is over 14 feet long.
14 whole feet?
Yes, just the blade. That's not including the handle or anything. It was unveiled in April of 2016, and it was certified as the world's largest in June of 2017.
Oh, I bet it's not the largest thing that's been in June.
At 14 feet, I promise it is.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So,
All right, before we get started, I want to try something just a hair different. And, you know, man, if you're not feeling it, just let me know. But I don't know people actually making it to the end of the podcast, so I just want them to understand that. If they have any questions, comments, or concerns, they can email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. That's where all of your complaints and fan mail should go. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/meandmrsalwaysright. And, of course, find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
yes.
I just want to get that out now because I just feel like I'm throwing it in so late in the episode.
That nobody knows how to get a hold of us.
People might be checking out.
I mean, you could be correct on that.
I mean, I'm sure they get through the meat of it. They're just not chewing the grizzle off the bone. You know what?
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Did you ever
No.
chew bones or
No,
anything?
I'm not
like chicken
fucking
bones?
dumb. I'm not dumb.
Now, I remember being a kid.
If you fucking gnawed on a bone like a dog, we're getting a divorce.
I gnawed on a bone. I would gnaw it so long that I would eventually break it open, and I would like
Okay,
eat the
stop,
bone
stop.
marrow on the inside.
I can't even look at your face right now. Stop.
You never did that, really?
Stop.
Okay. I'm just saying, I did it. I don't do it anymore. I'm grown now.
Thank the fucking Lord.
But I remember doing that as a kid.
'Cause
I
you're
liked the way
dumb.
it tasted. I know, it's really gross if you think about it.
Oh.
I didn't think it was gross as a kid because I wasn't told that it was gross or anything.
Oh,
I
something's
was just
fucking wrong
allowed
with
to
you.
do it. So, yeah, that is kind of gross, I guess, if you really think about it. But did you ever eat dog food when you were a kid?
Okay, everybody has that taste, has that fucking curiosity when they're a kid, right?
Mhm.
You know, did I put a kibbles and bit in my mouth? Probably. Okay, I was a fucking kid.
Okay.
I don't eat. I mean, I never said, "Mom, fix me a plate of dog food for fucking dinner."
Yeah, that'd
okay?
be kind of gross. I can remember my grandparents on my mother's side had little dogs. I think they were probably Chihuahuas and stuff, you know, so bait. But they fed this one because she was fucking old as dirt. She was very.
They fed a dog to your grandma?
No, listen.
Oh,
They what the dog food that they fed her because she was old and probably didn't have any teeth, but it used to come in a little patty. It looked like a little meat patty.
okay.
Right?
I remember
Do
that
you
food.
remember
I remember
those?
that dog food. Yes. Oh my God. Did you eat the meat patty dog food?
I did. Anyway, yes. So it was the little meat patties that looked like a little hamburger patty.
How was that even dog food?
I don't know.
and
And
did
I don't
somebody-
even know if it was really any kind of food whatsoever.
I
It
mean,
was,
what I'm wondering is who thought around to go, you know what dogs really find interesting? It's food that looks like people food.
well, you know, maybe you felt more like you were giving your dog people food if you bought these little patties that look like little hamburger patties.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess. But I would eat that, I think, and then whatever other kibble
something
that they had. I know.
Something is definitely wrong with you. Okay. Something.
See, and you said nothing was wrong with me.
I changed my mind after just having this conversation, right? After 18 years of being with somebody, you think you know them.
Yeah.
And then, oh no, she ate the meat patty dog food.
Well, that wasn't all, remember?
Oh, that's
but
right.
You don't want me to. You don't want me to talk about that gnawing on the bone.
Stop. Oh. I have a question for you.
Oh God.
How did you sleep last night?
I slept terrible last night.
Huh. Well,
Why?
that makes two of us. Last night,
Yes.
you go to bed early now because you're like some kind of fucking grandma, right? I don't even know how you're up now. Okay.
I get up very early.
You do get up early, but not that fucking early.
I get up. What time do you get up?
6.
Okay. And what time do you go to bed?
About midnight.
No. Usually it's about 10.
Ish. Depends on what I'm doing.
Okay.
If I'm having to edit a video or something like that, it does depend.
So you go to bed at 10, which
Okay.
is 2 hours later than I go to bed,
Yes.
which I go to bed around 8.
Yes. 7.
I get up at 4, which is 2 hours earlier than you get up. So it's the same amount of hours. It's just turned. That's
Okay.
it.
Sure.
That's it.
Last night I'm watching a movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
Okay.
it's a pretty good movie, by the way.
And what
But
was it?
It was Devotion, and it was on Paramount. It's about
never
fighter
heard it.
pilots during World War II.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not
okay.
World War II, during the Korean War, and long story. It's a good movie.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Finish the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Decide, you know what? It's only 9:30. I'm going to retire a little early. I come into our bedroom. All the animals are located, so I don't got to get naked and get in bed and find out somebody's missing. Bonus in my book, right? Go shut the back door, come in here. If the video's freezing up, then it's something I'm going to have to work on. It's fine. But I can't keep stopping and starting them.
Because let me just say, we got new cameras now.
I have new equipment, so things are glitchy, and I'm still working out.
Still
the
learning,
issues.
but
And
we
it's
don't
fun.
look like we're in a fishbowl anymore.
Fish Island.
Whatever.
Fish Island.
Whatever. We don't look like we're fish.
So anyway, dogs
Okay.
are located, right? I shut the back door. I come in here, get naked, get in bed, roll over. I am right about to fall asleep. And then all of a sudden, the baby dog starts scratching her ear and scratching her ear. And I can feel that bounce in the bed. And then I start kind of getting annoyed. And then I realize, well, you're fucking snoring. Right?
You
and I'm
didn't
like,
realize
fuck,
I was
no,
snoring, but
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't. Because I
Well,
was
that
ready to
makes
go to
me
bed.
feel good.
Well, I know
Okay.
it now, right? I know it at this point. And now I'm like, man, that bitch is snoring. The dog is fucking. And I'm just fucking. And then I roll over onto my back because I can't go to sleep. So I'm watching TV. And at that point, your fucking cat decides I make the perfect fucking waterbed. Apparently because I'm jiggly or something, right? So he lays on me and he starts his fucking pet me now. So
Yes.
he's trying to pet me now. The dog's scratching her ear. You're snoring your fucking ass off. All right. And about 45 minutes of this go by and I'm just fucking, I'm to my wit's end. I really want to just punt the fucking dog through the uprights, right? 3-point score, but I'm trying to refrain from being that person.
Okay.
At this point, you get up and go to the bathroom. You look really good naked walking away, though. I'm just saying.
Thanks,
You're wet.
babe.
Hey, you go in there, dog still scratching her ear. You come back in here and I'm like, babe, the dog's being fucking annoying. You lay down. You punt the dog through the fucking uprights, right?
I just make her get off the bed, saying you could have done the same thing.
Look, just kidding, PETA. She didn't fucking.
No,
She didn't punt the dog. but
No, I
she
ta-
did. She did nudge her off the bed.
No, I did.
Which
I
was-
never even touched her.
No,
I just told her to stop, and she was like, "Well, damn, if I get off the bed, she won't know if I do it."
right.
So she got off the bed, which you could have done.
Okay, I'm trying to be a nice guy. Trying
Trying to be a
turn
nice
over-
guy with an
trying to turn over a
attitude.
new
To me, your dog is scratching her ear.
of everybody in the room. You, the two dogs, and the cat. You're the only one that fucking understands English. So there we go. That's why you got it. Okay.
Okay.
You're
okay.
animals anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Not really, but okay.
So at this point, you fucking go right back out, and just like clockwork, you start fucking snoring again,
Loud or just
loud enough.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Loud enough to irritate you.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
And
sorry.
then I'm like, I'm hearing this low rumbling, and it sounds like somebody down the street has got like bass speakers or something going, right? You hear this, and then I realize that's not outside. That's that little fucking dog under the bed snoring her ass off. So I had to listen to her snore and you snore. So right now, the only person on my good list is fucking Bendy, is all I'm saying.
Okay, now I can tell you that little dog, when she lays down and starts snoring, she snores loud.
Baby, I don't think she's a dog anymore. I think she's turned into a
pig. Yes. Pig. It's funny because normally when she lays on the bed, she'll snore slightly, right?
Okay.
But if she lays in the floor or on her bed, she snores loud.
She is a loud fucking snorer.
She is.
There is no doubt about that.
Because she's so fucking fat. I know it's because she's so fat.
Yeah, she's fat.
But I'm saying I think she snores because she's fat.
Dog's got sleep apnea.
No, she doesn't have sleep apnea. She just got sleep snorer.
Oh.
Snorer. Whatever.
And then on top of everything that's happened this weekend, right? Last night being a bad night.
Apparently for you.
Oh, it was. Trust me, I'm going to bed early tonight, okay?
I did not sleep well.
At least you got to sleep, okay?
I did get some sleep. I think
I finally fell asleep and I felt you get up and go to work, which is fine. It's not your fault all the way. Okay, some of it is, I should have just got up and went and laid in the couch. But I love my wife, okay? And I just don't want to be the guy who abandons her in her time of need.
What was I needing? I wasn't needing anything. I was asleep.
Apparently you don't. Because when and here's another subject real quick.
Oh, God.
And then we'll get to what you did this fucking weekend, how you fuck shit up there. Okay?
Yeah.
But when we got together, we used to sleep in a lot smaller bed, and we were a lot closer to each other.
I wasn't going through the change and was...
Oh, I thought the screen froze up again.
Was so hot that I just...
Okay, but the change has lasted 10 fucking years now.
Hey, you know what? Look it up. Sometimes it lasts a long time.
It's none of my fucking business. As long as you still pull out.
I do not pull out, baby.
But no, you don't. As long as you still put out, I don't care what you're going through.
Okay.
I mean, I care.
But you don't
But
care.
I have needs that
as long as you're getting your needs met.
I have needs that need to be met as well as you. So you met your needs by buying us a fucking bed as big as Texas, so that way we sleep 2 zip codes apart.
Yes.
And you don't have to see me at night, but apparently sound travels that far.
Not that I don't see you at night. I didn't buy it so I didn't see you at night. I bought it because we needed a bigger bed because animals started sleeping with us.
Quit buying animals. Bonus.
I didn't buy the last animal.
No?
No. And
you sure did want her. You're right. I paid for her, but you're like, please, she's so cute.
No.
Who are you going to believe?
I did say she was cute. I did say she was cute. And you're like, well, let's go get her. And I'm like, no, we don't need another dog. You're like, no, let's go get her. Let's go get her. And I'm like, no, we really don't need her. Well, let's go get her. I was like, oh my God, because you seen some other girl with a little dog
was
and
a woman, not a girl.
Whatever.
Lady.
You seen a female with a dog.
Yeah, but I think that was a teacup.
Or that toy. Probably a toy.
That dog was way smaller than ours. And ours is fucking small.
She is tiny. She's the tiniest dog I think I've ever had. No, not really, because we did have, when the kids were little, wasn't my dog, but we did have what kind of dog was that? I don't even know. Big old fucking fluff. We called him Lieutenant Dan because he looked like a fucking fluff ball with little bitty legs.
What are those dogs with little legs? Just a little bit, about that big.
He was probably like part Pomeranian and part something else because he was little. And so I got the wild hair one time, right? I gave my haircut like a line, kind of like how Josie gets her haircut.
Right.
That motherfucker, night and day.
Oh,
he was the biggest weenie until I gave him that lion haircut. And A, it either made him think he was tough, or B, he was so fucking pissed off about it because he was a badass after I gave him that haircut. Yes.
Wow.
I was like, wow, Lieutenant Dan, look at you.
So where was I going?
We were talking about
how you wanted that dog. Anyway, that dog. You wanted that dog, and you're right. I did have us go look at that dog because I felt, as a loving and caring husband, you still had a vacancy in your heart.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You know what? After watching my whatever, My Name is Otto, or The Man Named Otto,
Oh,
you can't tell me
God.
you don't have fucking feelings. So stop right there. Okay.
Okay. Let me just say, people, if you have not seen
Didn't we
this
talk about this
movie-
last week?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We
Okay. Well,
did.
if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it. It's
Okay.
It's a tearjerker, but it's funny as fuck, and it's a good movie. My Name is Otto. It's on Netflix.
Great.
Okay.
Right. Now that we
Yes. Now that we've-
regurgitated old
Yes.
news. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I know you have feelings. I know you do, and I think you were missing. And I'm like, I'm gonna go get you a dog you love, not a dog you don't love.
I like Bendy.
Right, like, not
No,
love.
I love her. I'm the one that took her to the vet.
I mean,
and
that is-
everything else.
That is
So,
true.
Come
She
on.
would have just.
You said, what did you say?
I grew up in a family,
Mhm.
okay, that
I did too.
the dog just gonna die.
I did too. Okay.
We didn't spend thousands and thousands.
No.
Not when we had people to feed. Right. The dogs
Exactly.
were always well cared for. They had food. They had a nice house. Well, I wouldn't call it nice. They had a house. They had
out
a place.
in the yard.
Well, they would get to come in sometimes too. But growing up, where I grew up, man, dogs were dogs. People
Yeah.
were people.
Yes, I
not,
get it.
Not now, where dogs are people and people are dogs. Okay.
Yes, that's true. That's
The
true.
dog would have just, they have a life. They're born, they live, they die. It's not our fault that their lifespan is shorter than our
way
lifespan.
shorter than our lifespan.
But somebody, not mentioning any names,
Mhm.
had told me and changed my whole fucking lookout on it. Was they're only here for a short time and all they want is your love.
That's it. That's all they want. They just want to please you.
Using fucking logic
They
and
want
shit with
to
me.
be
Who fucking does that?
with you. That's all that. Why do you think we can go outside and run to the store or whatever and come home and they're so happy to see us? It doesn't matter if we're gone 5 minutes, 5 days, or 5 weeks. They are so happy to see us when we come home.
We have never been gone 5 weeks.
No, every day.
Trademark. Sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't even think we've ever been gone 5 days.
Not with them. No.
No, but they're so happy to see us all the time. All they want is to be with us, be loved, and
Fine.
please us.
Fine. And I'm fine with that. You took her to the vet. She had her teeth pulled. She's starting to talk about trying to break bones apart. You probably get through the bone faster than she can now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she still has her very back teeth on both sides, but the one in front of it, which is like the chewer teeth or whatever, the chewer tooth, because it's like the biggest tooth that was in there.
Oh, yeah?
Both of them are gone on both.
Poor baby.
I know, that poor thing.
And then Saturday, was it No, it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday. I get a call. And typically when you call me after work, like you called me, it's like, hey, babe, you want to get something to eat?
So
No. Typically when you make that phone call after work like that, you're asking what?
See, you're going to chapter 5.
I'm not going to chapter 5. I'm starting in the fucking beginning for me.
Oh, okay.
It's chapter
you.
1, the way I'm writing the fucking story.
Oh,
The story
okay.
picks up. My chapter 1 picks up in your chapter 5.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Well,
after
go
I
ahead.
tell my chapter 1,
Yes.
I wasn't going to give I wasn't going to give the end of the book away.
Oh.
You can start it. Okay.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
called storytelling.
Oh, story
Okay.
time.
Story time.
Story time.
Typically when you call me after work, you're like, babe, what do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And typically it's because you want to go have dinner, right?
Okay. Yeah. Senior
This
citizen
time,
hour.
whatever. Yeah, give me the discount. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. You're finally starting to pay dividends, is what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got you.
But this phone call was a lot different purpose, wasn't it?
Yes. yes, it
Now
was.
start your story. See how that works?
So I work Saturday because we decide that we need money for something. And so I go to work and I work. But on my way to work that morning, my car that I drive looks terrible. It's a terrible looking car, but it's a great
It
car.
is.
Everything works on it. It
Even
runs,
the
it
Bondo.
drives. Hey, whatever. It doesn't matter. I said it looks terrible. Doesn't matter. Well, it has a small leak in the radiator neck. And so occasionally I'll have to put antifreeze or water or whatever in it. And I noticed on my way to work Saturday morning, it was getting a little hot. And I was like, I could have turned around and come home and got something else to drive to work, but I was already halfway there. And I'm like, okay, so it's going to be the same whether I turn around and go home or go straight to work. It's the same amount of time that I'm going to be driving this car.
Or hear me out, pulled over and maybe gave it a couple of minutes and put some fucking water in it.
It was already hot. It was too hot to just like you couldn't open the radiator.
You know how many radiators I've opened on an overheating car?
That's you. That's not me. I'm beautiful and I can't have burns.
Okay.
No. So anyway, I go to work and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let it cool down. I do happen to have a gallon of water in my car that I will put in there when I get off work, start it, go to the store, get antifreeze, put it in there. I'll be good because I planned on going to the store after work anyway.
Okay.
I come back out after work, first thing, put water in it, go to start it, and to me, I'm telling you, it sounded different when I went to start
Because you fucked it up.
Yes. It wouldn't start. I was like, fuck. So I had to call you, and I'm like, dude, I need a ride. So I had to walk the 2 miles from where I parked to where you could pick me up, you know.
It's a pretty long ways.
I guarantee you it's a mile. It is, I promise you, it's at least a mile from where I parked.
It didn't kill you. I promise you, it didn't hurt you.
Did not. That's why I didn't mind doing it. So, yes, now I killed my car, and so now I'm not working for what I thought we were working for. I'm working for a car. And then
But you don't need a car. That's the whole thing, is you really don't need a car.
I don't need a car.
Of all the things we have,
a plethora
of, okay, is vehicles.
Yes. But the thing is, I don't like taking a very nice vehicle up there because these people are very rude with other people's vehicles. They'll door
Have you tried parking in the back?
I mean, I could park a mile away and walk, but then
apparently walking a mile is not killing you.
No, not killing me. Not killing me at all.
Yeah, when I asked you, it was funny. It's like, babe, how hot's too hot? And you're like, oh, it was in the red.
No, I said it was fucking hot. That's exactly what I said.
Was it in the red?
The gauge doesn't have red on it.
Was it all the way at the top?
It was all the way at the top.
You know the little part that has H on it stands for hot. And by that means like hot temperature, not like, hey, babe, I'm hot. You know,
exactly.
good looking.
I knew it was hot.
All right. It's not the longer you drive, the better looking you get. That's not what that gauge is for, okay?
I know. But I knew it had gotten hot. So I was just, I was praying for a miracle.
Yeah, you were.
And I went to work today, tried to start it when I got there this morning, and it sounded the same, still not going to start. And I know it's not going to start tomorrow, but I did check the oil. There's no water in the oil, but the water that I put in the radiator is still in the radiator.
Okay.
So I mean that's a good thing, right?
Right.
But I'm to the point.
But then again,
now,
it's only leaking under pressure.
I mean that's true.
And when you're driving it,
but it's a very small leak, and I was.
Well, apparently it was big enough to fuck the car up.
No, it's probably the level was so low that it didn't have time enough to circulate and cool down.
Okay.
Was
the leak big enough to lose enough water that the level got low?
Eventually, yes. It's not like it lost all of it in one day.
No. But anyway. The leak was bad enough where it fucked the car up.
I killed it. It's my fault. I killed it. So
it's not your fault.
It is my fault because
I'm just trying to make you feel better. You're right. You could have put water in it before you left.
Exactly. I could have put water in it.
But then again, you could have bought a fucking radiator, and I would have put a radiator in it.
No.
Why?
When would you have done that? The same time that you'd hook my radio speakers up?
Oh yeah, you asked about that. Sorry.
So
well, look. The good news is you don't need those radio speakers now.
No. I mean, they're still in there, but.
Wait.
I don't need
Could you listen to the radio at all?
With that one little speaker that's
so you could hear the radio.
Unless you rolled the window down, yes.
Oh, well, I ain't saying life ain't perfect.
I know.
It doesn't come with certain hardships.
I know. It's fine.
Mama can't listen to the radio.
This coming from a guy that won't drive anything with an air conditioner.
I'm fat and I'm old and I don't like sweating.
I'm old and chunky and I don't like sweating either.
We come from different breeds is all I'm saying.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
You don't mind the heat. I fucking die in the heat.
It's not that I don't mind it. We just got to deal with it. That's it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So.
Anyway, you don't, man. Are you getting tired?
Yeah, of course. I mean, isn't it almost my bedtime?
I can see you just like going downhill through the whole show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
No, it's fine. That should be good enough anyway. So, hey, and there I go saying so again.
So.
Hey, at least you're not smacking. Stop. We almost made it through the whole show.
I just wanted to do that because you said I hadn't done it.
Oh, I hate it. Hate it. But hey, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints go to Trevor the intern.
Sweet. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
And become a Patreon member and help support this podcast at Patreon/meandmrsalwaysright, where you get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes.
Man, you've done that once or twice before, right?
2.5 years.
You've done it for a while.
Yes.
Yes.
So
now, I wonder, because we have the way our images show on the TV, so I can look at the camera, it looks like I'm looking at you.
Right.
Is that the way you play them? They show up on YouTube or whatever. So if I look at you, oh no, it looks like I'm looking at you. Okay, never mind.
That's how we do it.
Okay. I was just like, do I need to look this way?
Yeah. And I apologize about the freezing video, but I'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah, he's got new playthings and he's got to get it figured out.
All right. Anything else, babe?
No, I don't think so. Other than I love you, honey.
I love you too.
I love you.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Merle.